Hi and welcome to another edition of Yorkshire Kris Weekly. It's another gorgeous sunny day here in Yorkshire, and for the next week or so it looks like we're going to have similar weather. So there's no frost on the horizon, so we can still enjoy the tender plants outside. But there are some plants that we are going to start digging up and bringing indoors, and those are the ones that we're going to have a look at in this video. We're going to have a look at plant of the week, which is something spiky. And we're also going to have a look at Trachycarpus palms. Yeah. This is Begonia luxurians. It grows pretty tall, can grow to 2 or 3 meters tall. But it doesn't like the frost at all. It will completely zap the leaves, and anything under sort of 5-10 degrees it's not really happy with. I'm going to dig this one up. In some very mild years, in ideal locations, it could be left in the ground and it may come back. It's not been a case for me, so this is definitely one that I'll be digging up, whereas most of my other begonias will be left in the ground. So I'm going to dig up this Begonia luxurians with my brand new garden fork, which I got. Let's dig it up. See what roots we've got on this. Look here, got loads and loads of fibrous roots. So I'll pop that up and put it in the greenhouse for winter and give it a big drink. And over here, there's another begonia that I nearly forgot about. It's tucked under this Untitled banana in this Caucasia. So it can be quite easy to miss plants that are tender and then see them when they've been killed by frost. So it's good to go around the garden and check for all the tender plants. So I shall also dig this one up and put this one in the greenhouse as well. So one of the plants that I'm taking into the greenhouse today is this little Caucasia, which I believe is called lemonade. It's one that I've had for many years, but it never grows big, and I just sort of keep it out of sympathy for it really, I don't like to see plants die, but it never grows big. It's not a vigorous one, but it needs a lot more heat than I can provide it here. So it's only in a small pot. It's quite cute. It never grows as big as the big ones like Caucasia Pink China, which leave out all year round. But this one here, because it's one of the Hawaiian series, it's used to much warmer conditions and it doesn't really like temperatures below 10 degrees. So I've had a couple of nights, 5 or 6 nights under 10 degrees so far this autumn. So it's time to bring this one into the greenhouse, whereas the big Pink Chinas will be left out. Now I've just received these really interesting seedlings. They don't look like much yet, they're just one small seed leaf. Still see the actual seed attached to the roots there and the shoot. But these are potentially one of the most exciting cold hardy palms that are going to become available, because these are Trachycarpus wagneranus crossed with Trachycarpus princeps. So it should have a short, stiff leaves with silver undersides. Well, that's the hope. So we're just going to talk about hybrids in this video. That's a cross between 2 different species of palm that are closely related to produce a new hybrid, which is basically has more vigour than either of the parents, so should grow quicker and stronger, and has characteristics of the parent plants. So in this case the mother plant is the Wagneranus, and the pollen that fertilised the flowers came from the Trachycarpus princeps. So I will pot these up, and then we'll look at the other hybrids in the garden. And so to show you the parents of these hybrids, we've got the princeps, which is this palm here, which is a white, completely white undersides to the leaves and pretty hardy. And the mother is the Wagneranus, which has a short, very stiff leaves and grows steadily, but also very hardy, like the Fortunii, which is a variant of. So it should be an exciting palm. So hopefully the hybrid will look like this in form, but have the white undersides to the leaves. Only time will tell if that's the case. So here's my hybrid seedling. As you can see, it's got nice little roots on there, and as it's sort of October now, I'm not going to pot this into a big plant because it's just really going to sit over winter and produce a few roots. So it's going to go into this small pot. I'm going to fill it up with some compost and perlite, and that will be watered, and over winter it'll be kept cool. I don't want it to try to grow too much with the light levels being low. I don't want it to get attacked by red spider mite in a greenhouse, so it'll be kept outside for a while, and then when it gets very cold it will be brought into the greenhouse and stay there till about March time. So looking forward to watching these grow. Time to pot them up. So here they are, potted up, and these will stay like this over winter in small pots and be repotted in larger pots in spring when they produce some roots and the weather's a bit warmer. So they're now sort of behind my greenhouse, out of the wind and out of most of the rain, so they're quite sheltered, and as they are hardy parents they should really be fine all winter like this, but I don't want them to freeze, and they are pretty rare, so I don't want to risk it. So like I said, they will come into the greenhouse when the weather turns cold, hopefully not till after Christmas. I have to watch this space. So this is another hybrid that I've received today. It's 3 years old from seed, and this is a Jabea crossed with a Butia. And this isn't the first time it's happened. It's not an F1, this is an F3 hybrid. So it's been a cross with a cross with a cross. So this should be a nice strong plant, with the parents being, the mother being the Jabea. It should look much more like the Jabea, so a much bigger trunk than a Butia, but should grow quicker like a Butia. So just to remind you what those look like, that's the hybrid. This here is the Jabea palm, and if we go over here you can see a Butia palm, so the hybrid is a cross between those two. And my plant of the week this week is this Agave. This is Agave montana, which doesn't mind a bit of moisture in winter. It'll put up with it at least, and it's pretty hardy as well. And it grows reasonably quickly for an agave, and as you can see it keeps all its leaves, even the old leaves which are several years old, are still look in decent condition. I mean, it is a spiky plant, so do cut off the end spines here. In fact, I need to do that soon of the newest leaves, because they are pretty painful if you get impaled on one of those, so I'll cut those off. But as a plant, absolutely gorgeous. really architectural, really works well in a desert arid landscape, and it's growing happily in the north of England for a few years out now in this grit. And I'll give this a little rain shelter over winter, which it probably doesn't really need, but I'll do it just in case. And it's probably the best agave to try in the UK, definitely in the north of England. So I'm always interested to hear what you think about what I'm doing in the garden each week. So if you want to leave a comment below, leave it under this video, or leave it on my Facebook page, which is Yorkshire Kris, and it's Kris with a K. And also, if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Yorkshire Kris. Not only will I be doing these weekly videos, there's also full walkthroughs of the garden, looking at how to overwinter specific plants, and also some interesting time-lapse videos to see how plants grow and react to the weather conditions.